Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Hype Man Chronicles. I'm your host, Miss Fadzzo, and today is week 2 of our lessons of the week. So, this week, our lesson of the week for me is experimenting isn't always going to be good. Now, as a perfectionist, a self proclaimed perfectionist, the big barrier in content creation for me in the last few years has been because I want everything to be perfect. I won't actually press publish until it's perfect. And right now, I'm realizing that some days will be amazing and some days just won't be good. But I shouldn't let that stop me from actually creating content because in my pursuit to create content, I'm experimenting and figuring out what works, what doesn't work, what schedule works, what content works, what topics work. And in that, I'm going to obviously have ebbs and flows. There are going to be days where things are going to be easier than others. There are days where things are just going to move. There are days where editing is just going to be like a snap of the finger. And honestly, even now, as I'm creating systems, I've been doing the Bonnets and Pillow Talk challenge for the last 2 weeks, 14 days today. 14 days today. I'm realizing that it's getting easier and easier to do it. Every day has its own obstacles and its own challenges because obviously we're doing a different topic every day. So you're doing a little bit of research or you're doing a little bit of a reflection. But because I'm experimenting every day, it's allowing me to create systems. It's allowing me to see the places that I do well in, the places that I suck at, and I can learn and improve and keep going. So, what I'm learning right now, what I learned in the last week, is honestly that in the pursuit of experimenting, not everything is going to be excellent. Some things you're just going to have to settle with good enough and just press publish and let it happen and let it go so that you're practicing and you're growing and you're continuing to move forward and not staying stagnant because you're so stuck in wanting to be perfect and wanting to make everything excellent that you're not actually progressing. You're just kind of just stuck. So, my lesson this week is that experimenting isn't always going to be phenomenal, but even if I don't always put out an excellent video, I can always try to put out a good video. I might have a few good videos and then sprinkle in a few excellent ones in there, but I want to make sure that I'm not stopping. The barrier of entry for me shouldn't be that the content isn't excellent. As long as I'm doing something, and this can honestly be anything. You could apply it to fashion, you can apply it to work. Uh, Not every outfit is going to be a hit outfit because fashion is you experimenting. Some outfits are going to be hits and some are going to be, you know, mediocre. They're going to be like just okay. And that's okay because you're experimenting, you're evolving, you're learning, you're growing. And I think I'm just learning to be comfortable in being a little bit mediocre in some things. And obviously not being comfortable there and staying there, but making sure that I give myself a little bit of grace because not every day is going to be the same day. Even, I'll give you an example. Outside of like now I have a schedule, I have topics that I want to talk about, so I know what I'm talking about every day. But mental health can decide today I really don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't feel like being on camera. I don't feel like talking to this camera. But I have to be comfortable with being like, okay, I don't always have to show up here being like, excited every if my energy is just all I can do is just be here and be like, hi, how are you? And I switch off the camera. I've tried, and that's good enough. So I'm giving myself a little bit of grace. I hope you can give yourself a little bit of grace too. And while we're here, let me know what is one lesson that you have learned this week and how is it changing how you maneuver life? So for me, because I have learned that experimenting isn't always going to be good, I'm realizing that with different aspects of my life, I'm just going to have to learn to put my foot forward and just kind of jump and see what happens, experiment, try and fail and fail and fail and fail and fail until I find something that's working for me. And I need to get more comfortable with failing, but also I need to just get more comfortable with being like, hey, it doesn't always have to be like perfect. Sometimes It can be good, and that's good enough. It doesn't diminish the message, it doesn't diminish what you're trying to do. It just means that within your portfolio, you show ebbs and flow in the way that you work. So let me know what you've learned this week. I would love to know. Have a beautiful day. Guys, we've done 2 weeks of recording, editing, and posting on YouTube every single day. I never thought I could do this. I'm so proud of myself. So yeah, challenge yourself to do something this week. uh Week 3, I don't know what we're gonna do, but listen, it's about to be amazing. So you want to make sure that you are following our channel, and just keeping up to date with bonnets and pillow talk with my um yeah, I hope you have a fabulous day. I'm really hyped, guys. I took a nap, so I feel alive and, rejuvenated. But I am so glad I am well and I'm learning things and I'm putting myself out there. It feels really, really good to just prove to myself that, like, hey, you can keep your own promises. You can do these things. I just feel like a freaking superstar. So, yeah, let me know what you've learned. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful week. Bye.